It's news time. Information is power. The current, the news headline. Huriwa demands fair trial, justice for detained IPOB leader Kanu. The news in full. The civil rights advocacy group Human Rights Writers Association of Nigeria, Huriwa, yesterday called for fair trial and justice for the detained leader of the proscribed indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Mazi Kanu. The group also urged the Attorney General of the Federation, AGF, and Minister of Justice, Abubakar Malami, to produce in court Kanu for trial on October 21, 2021. That if the Attorney General has no ulterior motive to instigate the economic collapse of southeast of Nigeria, the group implement a threat to call for a full-month sit-at-home order. The Human Rights Writers Association of Nigeria, in a statement by its national coordinator, Comrade Emmanuel Umubiko, and National Media Affairs Director, also pleaded with Kanu to send a very clear message to his followers not to carry on with the threat for a 1-month sit-at-home order. It stressed that it was very likely that the federal government, with the preponderance of officials from the Muslim North who have manifested open distrust and hatred for Igbo land and Igbo people, may instigate the Department of State Services, DSS, headed by the same Muslim North, not to produce the detained leader of the proscribed indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Mazi Kanu, before the Federal High Court, Abuja, on next adjourned date, so as to precipitate the destruction of the economic life of the southeast of Nigeria. And all this is actually still talking about the Anambra election, of which Buhari had actually said that it was going to be tough on any of the IPOB members who decides to disrupt the gubernatorial election set to go on in the southeastern part of the state, especially that is Anambra State, on November 6, 2021, of which the indigenous people of Biafra had actually, suspended their sit-at-home directive between November 5 to November 10, saying that all they just want is to ensure that they release Mazi Kanu, of which the Human Rights Writers of Nigeria had actually said that fair trial is observed by a trial judge without being partial, and justice means that the ethical, philosophical idea that people are to be treated impartially, fairly, and properly and reasonably by the law, and also arbiters of law. The people have a right to vote and select their leader. No group or individual will be allowed to stimulate anarchy and chaos, leading to murderous activities. The president had made it very clear that the armed forces and all law enforcement agencies must make sure that the election takes place, even if it means overwhelming the entire environment with the presence of security personnel, he said. Buhari had earlier, on October 20, hosted the Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan, who was on a 2-day official visit to Nigeria, where the Turkish leader who expressed satisfaction with the level of bilateral relations between Turkey and Nigeria under the leadership of President Muhammadu Buhari, reviewed that Turkey trade volume would be expanded by $5 billion immediately so as to further boost socio-economic ties between the two countries. Erdogan, who spoke through an interpreter, expressed hope that the relations between the two nations would be further developed on the basis of a win-win situation and in the basis of mutual respect. The Turkish leader also expressed the readiness of his country to partner with the Nigerian government in tackling its security challenges, where Buhari had on October 19th sent a stern warning to bandits, saying that the clock of their ultimate destruction is ticking, as they will no longer have a place to hide. In a statement in Abuja on Monday, Malam Garba Shehu, the president's spokesman, said that Buhari was reacting to the killing of 30 people in Goronyo in Sokoto State on Sunday by bandits. According to the president, the days of the bandits are indeed numbered because the military capabilities of the armed forces are being boosted by the acquisition and deployment of advanced equipment. The bandits are living in fool's paradise of invisibility, but reality will soon dawn on them harder than ever before. The bandits are currently under desperate pressures because of the intense and sustained air and ground operations against them in their hideouts by our security forces. The cowardly attacks on innocent people by the bandits show a rearguard action of criminals under pressure. But they will have no place to hide, and our security forces will not relent in the current offensive to defeat these callous enemies of humanity, the president emphasized. Former head of state, retired General Yakubu Gowon, had also, on October 19, 2021, called on President Muhammadu Buhari to wish him and other Muslim faithful a happy Eid Maulud celebration. The celebration, which is marked to mark the birthday of Holy Prophet Muhammad. Also, on October 19, the Nigerian leader offered his deepest condolences to President Joe Biden, the government and people of the United States on the passing of the former Secretary of the State, General Colin Powell. President Muhammadu Buhari believed that as the first African-American chairman of the Joint Chief of Staff, the highest military position in the U.S. Department of Defense, as well as first African-American Secretary of State, Powell was a great statesman and a global icon in every sense of it. He observed that the deceased was also a great advocate of eradication of polio and in addressing the deadly spread of HIV/AIDS pandemic in Africa. However, on October 19th, the Vice President, Yemi Osinbajo, attended an event to mark 6 years of Future Assured Program, an initiative of Aisha Buhari Foundation. He also noted that the intervention programs of Buhari-led administration since 2015 to date are designed and implemented to improve the health, education, and socio-economic conditions of Nigerian people, especially women and children and youth. He also said that the very future of Nigeria and our communities depend on how well we address the many concerns of women and children in our communities, especially the focal areas of health, education, and economic empowerment. Thanks for listening.